What's up, your boy phone of reaction? In today's video, we have rappers that live like they're poor. Cole World, J. Cole. Yo ass being performative at this point. Like riding around in a fucking Hyundai, my nigga, giving those CDs, gang. Like you being too humble, gang. Like this ain't the fucking the 80s, my nigga. Like let's get into this by Rap Zone.
World, cold world. My boy. My brother big bro right there. Yeah, I knew it, bro.
In an industry where rappers spend $100,000 on a chain they'll wear once, where Lamborghinis get wrapped in custom colors just for an Instagram post, where the whole culture is built on showing the world how much money you have, there's a handful of artists who looked at all of that and said, nah, these are rappers worth tens of millions, some of them hundreds of millions, who live like they still have a day job, riding bicycles, buying Toyotas, living in the same neighborhoods they...
Yeah, and Kendrick flexing now. Kendrick always buying a new chain. Like Kendrick is flexing now. Stop.
grew up in, refusing to play the game that every other rapper plays. And the wildest part, they're some of the most respected names in the entire genre. Let's get into it. J. Cole, the bicycle rapper. We gotta start with the king of humble, Jermaine Cole. The man Tony Yayo once said he'd fall into shock if he ever saw driving a Mercedes Benz, and he wasn't exaggerating.
Look at J. Cole. J. Cole rides a bike, man. He rides a bike through the city. Have you ever seen J. Cole? If I seen J. Cole in a Mercedes Benz, I probably would fall into shock. These are the most humblest guys in hip-hop.
J. Cole is worth an estimated $60 million. He sold over 6 million copies of 2014 Forest Hills Drive alone. He's headlined arenas around the world. He co-founded the Dreamville Festival and built an entire label. And this man rides a bicycle, not as a flex, not for the cameras. He literally traded in the Range Rover for a bike and moved to a quiet life in a small town near Fayetteville, North Carolina. Not Los Angeles, not Miami, not New York, Fayetteville. The same city
But that nigga be riding that bike in New York though.
he grew up in. And speaking of where he grew up, in 2014, after becoming one of the biggest rappers on the planet, do you know what J. Cole did? He bought his childhood home at 2014 Forest Hills Drive for $121,000. Not to flex, not to turn it into a museum. He bought it through his Dreamville Foundation so that single mothers with multiple children could live there rent-free for up to 2 years.
Nah, nice.
Took over, man. Shout out to find a friendly Carolyn. I ain't even been to Carolyn before, guys. So it's a big moment. We're gonna have fun. Oh well.
He sold copies of that same album out of the trunk of an old Honda Civic on college campuses. This is a
Like, gang, you doing too much, gang. Like.
platinum-selling Rock Nation artist, going campus to campus, hand-delivering albums from a Honda.
Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
First physical sold.
Yo.
I bought it myself.
Yo.
After his sophomore album Born Sinner blew up, he had every opportunity to cash in. Red carpets, endorsement deals, the full...
Born Sinner hard. Fuck, I forgot the song on Born Sinner. I'm saying Burn. I'm always stuttering and fucking up shit. Born Sinner
celebrity
hard,
machine, and his response was to go silent, disappear from social media, release albums with no features, no release dates, no rollout. He retreated from the spotlight like he was allergic to fame.
Should people care?
They don't have to care about me. They should. I'm not gonna say they should. If you do, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? If you like the music, that's what matters. But you know, I live a real life outside of this. You know what I mean? I do real things in real life. You don't have to care, and it's not that. None of this is that serious, me or otherwise. You don't have to care about me.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? If you do like what I put out and you support it, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Y'all changed my life through rocking with the music, so thank you very much. But nobody should care. You know what I mean?
Who more performative, J. Cole or Kai Cenat? What that nigga Kai Cenat said? I don't even like everybody, so I expect you to like me.
Not that serious.
Cole currently lives in Raleigh, North Carolina. He founded the Dreamville Foundation in 2011 to help disadvantaged youth in Fayetteville. He's been spotted playing pickup basketball at local gyms. He showed up to
Yeah, he playing in another China league again.
George Floyd protest in downtown Fayetteville in 2020, just walking with the people. No cameras, no entourage, just Cole. Tony Yayo said it best. J. Cole and Kendrick are the most humble guys in hip-hop. And when it comes to Cole, the receipts speak for themselves.
What millionaire rapper, you know that, don't have a watch, don't wear chains, nobody wants to kill him, and rides bicycles? You never even, we see him on bikes more than cars. When I look at J. Cole, he's a humble dude. Like I told you, I met him in 50 Basement years ago when he had the Simple record. And I was like, damn, I wish we would have signed him instead of him going over there with Jay. And he's just a humble dude. Like, nobody wants to shoot him. He don't want jury. He don't want to watch. He's a different kind of artist. He's lyrical as... He's in the top 3 with, you know, Drake, J. Cole, and
not according to Kendrick, though. He said fuck the top 3.
Nah, he in the top 3. Even when he see me, he be like, yo, nah.
No, he ain't in my top 3 for sure. I only got Drake in my top 3. Like, I like Baby Smooth, Eases. I like fucking Doo-Wop Canes, Lil Tonys, you know.
This guy right here, believe.
If your top 3 Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, you a lyrical motherfucker. Like you basic. Like you a that's basic taste. Like you a mainstream listener, a mainstream hip hop nigga. Just you know.
You can ask him. He's one of the most humblest dudes
You're
in
a
the world.
casual. Yeah, you're a casual.
Drake is humble too, and so is Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar, the scarcity mindset. Now, Kendrick is an interesting case because the man has leveled up his spending in recent years. But for the first decade of his career, he lived like he was still in Compton. Kendrick Lamar is worth an estimated $200 million. He's won 27 Grammy Awards, more than any rapper in history. He won a Pulitzer Prize. He headlined the Super Bowl halftime show. He has the biggest diss track of the decade with Not Like Us. And his first car was a 1992 Cadillac Seville worth about $6,000.
Again, this nigga Kendrick was driving a Ferrari in his music video. That nigga not humble no more. That nigga be pop. He's starting to pop it now.
When he first started making real money in 2013, the first property Kendrick bought was a modest home in Eastvale, California for $523,000. For context, that's in a quiet suburb about an hour east of LA. Not Beverly Hills, not Bel Air, not even close. A suburb where regular families live. In 2017, he told Rolling Stone something that explains everything about his mindset.
Look at that nigga house now. That nigga got a new house. That nigga got a big ass mansion out in Cali. Mm-hmm. This is new house gang. Like that nigga stunting now. Like he popping now. He
said his current lifestyle had only existed for about 5 years since 2012. Before that, it was
he really started feeling himself after this Drake beef.
2 whole decades of not knowing what was coming next. He said that uncertainty was still embedded in him. He couldn't let his career get the best of him because he still had family going through hard times and he had to look out for them. That same year, the internet literally lost its mind when Kendrick bought his younger sister Kayla a brand new Toyota Camry as a graduation gift. A Toyota Camry from a man making $60 million.
Look at Kendrick's smile. That nigga got an evil ass smile. Like
a year.
Kendrick, you're not a hella social media guy. But on social media, you had gifted your sister Toyota, right? That's a brand new car, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's nice.
And your sister was happy about the Toyota, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty now, and it was new. It wasn't like a 2007, right?
Yeah.
Or was it the one that you and J Rock and everybody rode to the studio? Okay.
You and the home.
So she graduated from high school.
High school. 16.
And she got a brand new 2017 Toyota.
Yeah.
And that wasn't good enough for the public.
I mean, I guess, I don't know if it was the public or it was kids on the internet that's 12 years old and 13 and figured, you know, she supposed to have a Lamborghini.
Right.
so,
Right.
By Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Yeah, it's a trip.
No, but your sister, she didn't come back and be like, "Oh, Cameron, I can't."
People were outraged. They said a millionaire rapper's
Yeah, ain't nobody was outraged. Yo, AI clunker ass.
sister deserved better. But that moment told you everything about how Kendrick thinks about money. Practical, grounded. The same kid from Compton who grew up on Section 8
Yeah, look at that change.
housing. He also told Forbes in 2017 that any business venture or brand partnership he does, he demands 100% creative control over how the proceeds go, the look, the creative process, and the messaging. He's turned down more deals than most rappers will ever be offered because he refuses to sell his authenticity. Now, has Kendrick started spending? Yes. In the last few years, he's assembled an $80 million real estate portfolio, including a $42 million compound in Brentwood. But for the first 10 years of being one of the biggest rappers alive, he moved like a man who was still waiting.
Yeah, he started popping it after his Drake shit. You know, he knew he was #1.
For the check to bounce. Eminem, the Detroit homebody. Eminem is worth an estimated $250 million. He's the highest selling rapper of all time. He doesn't have a tequila brand. He doesn't have a sneaker deal. He doesn't own a sports team. He just has the pen. And that pen has been enough to keep him in the top 10 richest rappers for over 2 decades.
Eminem sold 16 million hard copies. In the hip hop world, he's the biggest artist worldwide.
Him and JM sold like 60 million records more than him. How you put in there like
God damn.
It's tough for me to say something.
Yeah, that was when niggas actually had to go in the store and buy the CD.
I sound like a hater, but I don't care.
Over 220 million albums sold. Best-selling hip-hop artist ever. And the crazy part about it is he doesn't even really care about that. I think I care about it more than he does.
And where does the highest selling rapper in history?
Dr. Dre, you a DV. You be beating your bitch. And niggas still be hanging around you. You're a domestic violencer.
Choose to live. Detroit, not a vacation home in Detroit while he actually lives in Malibu. Detroit, he lives in the suburbs of the same city where he grew up getting jumped on the way home from school.
That boy fly as hell, coat, and the Timbs.
You almost never see Eminem at industry events. He doesn't show up to fashion weeks. He's not.
I mean, Eminem would have been a funny ass WWE kid. So he ever been on WWE, he would have been funny as hell. But he ain't big enough, but bro would have been funny as hell.
Courtside at Lakers games. He's not posting his car collection on Instagram. The man is essentially a ghost between album cycles.
Yeah, I remember when that nigga came back, like showed up on. I think he appeared for the first time in the public at BET on the BET Awards. Everybody thought that nigga was a clone.
Records, he drops, he disappears. That's it. While other rappers at his level are buying yachts and flying private to every destination, Eminem is reportedly one of the most low-key big spenders in rap. He collects sneakers, he watches football, he hangs out at his own restaurant, Mom's Spaghetti.
That nigga always wearing a hoodie with a hat, gang. This nigga always got a hoodie on now.
In downtown Detroit. That's the
that nigga always got a hoodie on now. Gang.
Lifestyle of a $250 million rapper.
Do you like spending money? Clearly not.
Not particularly.
I heard a story that you wanted to buy a watch, and at this point, you had sold millions of albums, that you wanted to buy a watch.
Story. I know the story.
Is that true? You called up your manager to see if you could afford to buy the watch?
Yeah. I think it was a Rolex. Was it a Rolex? It was a Rolex. And I asked him, could I afford it? Because
gang, like, come on, gang. You know you could afford that watch. Like, stop it, bro.
Make fun of me for it, but I'm for real. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, this is the whole money thing, all that stuff. It was brand new to me. I still have that Rolex.
Yeah, but it's not like, that's...
I don't wear it because I don't want to get a scratch on it.
Is that right? Is that true?
Yeah.
So what are you wearing right now?
This is a G-Shock.
A G-Shock,
it's probably about $100.
G-Shock's still hard now. Niggas bringing the G-Shocks back.
He's the king of passive income. No vodka lines, no clothing brands, just catalog royalties from being the best-selling rap artist.
Okay, what they gotta do? Nigga talking about no vodka brands, no clothing brands. That nigga probably got some real estate, he probably has some other businesses and some other business ventures.
Artist in history, and he lives like a regular guy from the Midwest who happens to have a lot of money in the bank.
Fifth and M or two of the richest seen that never spent no money.
Who you said who?
Fifth and Eminem.
Gang, what this nigga name is, bro? You glazing.
That.
What? This nigga got a passport chain. What is his name? I forgot he said his name.
Two of the richest seen that never spent no money.
Who you said who?
Fifth and Eminem.
$5,000 for the shoe. You can go buy a small car.
Wow.
I seen Eminem probably with one watch. It's probably gifted to him.
Wow.
Fifth buy jewelry and cars and all that, but he never really go. He's like the richest. He might not. I don't think he's gonna go that crazy. Like he gonna look at it like $500,000.
Yeah, he wear the watches now. He wear expensive ass watches now.
You do something else with that.
Vince Staples, aggressively normal. Vince Staples funny as hell, bro. I love the nigga. This nigga funny as be the most aggressively normal rapper in the game, and he's proud of it. The Long Beach rapper has been in the industry for over a decade. He's critically acclaimed. He had his own Netflix show. He's collaborated with everybody from Kendrick to Tyler, the Creator. And this man moves like he's trying to be invisible. Vince has talked openly about not caring about jewelry, not caring about flashy cars, not caring about the trappings of rap wealth.
I take everything serious.
Because even like on the record, like Paper Cuts, to me, that sounds like you're very business-minded, like you have that acumen in you.
Not at all.
You're not at all?
I don't care about none of that, bro. I'm not money trying. I live in a regular, like, townhouse. You feel me? I drive that Acura every day. Or I drive that Tesla. Like, I don't care about stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm pretty basic.
Yeah, so you got a Tesla?
Why are you so apathetic to, like, money and the trappings of...
I just never had it. And making more money didn't help me with nothing. Changing my perspective on how I view things in life changed everything. Like, it ain't no amount that you can put on somebody being a better person or like learning more about life. So money gives you what you appreciate, gives you access and space.
A nigga like Vince Staples, you can like never take the nigga serious. He being serious right now, but he still look funny.
To not be stressed, and then you're able to think, to have that space to process what's in your mind.
He's been spotted wearing plain clothes, basic sneakers, nothing that would suggest he's a successful recording artist. He once joked in an interview that he's the...
Be honest, I really don't know that one Vince Staples song. I'm trying to think of one, but it ain't coming to my mind.
Most boring rapper alive and seemed completely fine with it. He grew up in one of the roughest neighborhoods in Long Beach. He's seen what happens when people get money and lose themselves. And his entire public persona is built around being the opposite of that. No drama, no beef, no flexing, just music and silence.
Do you enjoy being like Vince Staples, or do you enjoy the so-called music business? I don't deal with it. With me, it's like, man, I'm getting paid more than I would probably get paid. It's like I'm getting paid like I went to a 4-year university, right? Doing good. So that's enough for me. Of course, I could be a multi-millionaire and all this other crazy stuff.
Yeah, Vince Underground. He never really wanted. He never wanted to be big, like how he's saying.
Stuff if I did other things, but
he's comfortable being underground, like Doo-Wop Kane. Like,
if I had to choose between being successful, super successful, and not being able to go outside like an Eminem type person, right, and working a regular job, I'd be working a regular job. Really? Yeah.
In an industry where your net worth is your identity.
Yeah, like niggas not walking up to Vince Staples. He probably asked for a picture every now and then, but niggas ain't swarming Vince Staples. You know what I'm saying?
Vince Staples treats wealth
like... He can still be a regular human a little bit and go to the store and shit.
It doesn't exist. And somehow, that's made him one of the most respected voices in hip-hop.
If it wasn't music, what? But if it wasn't...
Warehouse job?
Yeah.
Jail?
Something. But you was gonna make...
Me, I don't want to work. I'm good. Yeah, work a regular... Nah, I'd rather be Eminem than work a regular job. That's me, though. I'm good. I'm not working. I don't want to work in a regular job.
Something happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm simple, bro. Like, I never really wanted, like, I know it sounds crazy, but I never really wanted much out of life, which makes it hard to navigate certain things when you get there, but I'm simple. So, I would have just tried to make it work.
Right.
You know, that's just kind of how I
just work somewhere.
Yeah, like, I tried to get jobs. They wasn't messing with me, man. I tried when I was young. I tried Journeys at the Lakewood Mall. I did the application. They wasn't messing with me. I tried the van store. I tried, Staff Mart, whatever it's called, wherever Deuce was working at, ain't work. So I was like, whatever.
Did you have any other jobs before music?
I never had a job.
No. So music is your job.
Well, it's like when you 15 and you ain't going to school and you want a job, they're gonna be like, what's this nigga doing?
Yeah.
Chance the Rapper, the independent king. Chance the Rapper broke every rule in the music industry. He never signed to a label. He gave away his music for free. He won 3 Grammys for a project he released on SoundCloud for $0. And for years, he lived like a man who gave away his music for free.
I would say to anybody out there that's an independent artist, my #1 pieces of advice: don't sign a record deal. Don't sign a distribution deal. Don't sign a publishing deal. Hire the people that you need to work with you. Pick out your goals and go get
Facts.
them done. And you could get them done, and it'll work, and you'll connect with your fan base, and you'll make money. And your rise will be as fast or as slow as you want it to be, but you'll be in a great position.
At the peak of his fame, Chance.
A lot of niggas get held back by their labels, bro, and they can't drop. That's what killed Dirtball career, the underground rap. If y'all know what I'm talking about, Too Solid, Dirtball.
Was worth tens of millions through touring, brand deals with companies like Nike, Kit Kat, and H&M, and his ownership of Chicagoist magazine. But instead of buying mansions and sports cars, he was pouring money back into Chicago. He donated $1 million to Chicago public schools. He organized festivals and charity events. He was more focused on being Chicago's favorite son than being hip-hop's richest independent artist.
After that meeting, Chance is saying that he will donate $1 million to Chicago public schools, and the money is going to go to after school and enrichment programs. As many of you know, Chicago, the third largest school district in the country, and they were
kids out the streets toting switches, even though some of them probably still ended up toting switches.
about $215 million short in funding, and that's one of the things that Chance wanted to talk to the governor about, because without that funding, they will have to end school early this year, about 20 days early. So Chance is using this $1 million as a call to action to everyone out there. And he also explained that his nonprofit, Social Works, would donate an additional $10,000 to different Chicago schools for every $100,000 raised by other companies out there. He handed a big $10,000 novelty check.
Chance has always moved like a regular guy from the South Side. He's been photographed taking public transit. He's been spotted at local Chicago spots without an entourage. His entire brand is built on being accessible, approachable, and grounded. The opposite of what the rap industry tells you to be. Has he spent money? Sure. But for a man who proved you could win Grammys without a label, the fact that he chose to invest in his city instead of himself says everything. Tyler, the Creator, the quiet investor. Tyler, the Creator is a fascinating...
Stop it, bro. Look at Tyler. Tyler, the Creator, got mad chains. That nigga showed off his car collection, showed off his watch collection. Stop it. This nigga, bro, he be talking this shit all the time. That nigga not humble.
Case.
Well, I ain't gonna say he not humble, but bro, he be popping it, bro.
Because from the outside, he looks like he spins. The fashion, the aesthetic, the brand, golf wang. But look closer, and Tyler is one of the most financially disciplined artists in hip-hop. Tyler has talked about being intentional with his money since the beginning of his career.
The little money I have made already, I'm just trying to invest in shit so I don't have to make music 3 years from now, and I could be rich off of that. I am not kidding.
He built Golf Wang from the ground up, owning the brand outright. He created Camp Flognaw, one of the most successful artist-owned festivals in the country. Everything he does, he owns. And he's been very vocal about not spending recklessly on things that don't appreciate in value. You don't see Tyler in a Rolls Royce. You don't see him drip.
Gang, I don't think he got a Rolls Royce. He got all them BMWs and he got a McLaren. I think he got a Ferrari, like gang. And look at this shit. Nigga, that's a Rolls Royce right there. That is a Rolls Royce right there. That is a Rolls Royce right there. McLaren in the back. Like...
in diamonds. His car collection, which he's passionate about, leans vintage and quirky rather than flashy and expensive. He's more likely to drive a classic McLaren than a chrome-wrapped Lamborghini. He lives in Los Angeles but moves through the city like a normal person. He's been spotted at Starbucks, at the mall, on the street, without security, without an entourage, just Tyler being Tyler. For a man who has built a multi-million-dollar empire across music, fashion...
Well, them white niggas love Tyler, the Creator.
And festivals. He moves like he's still the kid making beats in his grandmother's house.
Thank you, Tyler. It's so good to see you.
His clothes is hard, though. I ain't gonna lie. That LaFleur, that right there, and his Louis Vuitton collection hard. He's very good at fashion.
It's been a while,
And he's one of
hasn't
the best
it?
dress rappers.
I got rid of it. It was hard to keep up with it.
Master P, the OG of financial literacy. Master P is the original, the blueprint, the man who showed rappers that real wealth isn't about what you spend, it's about what you own.
So you broke because you have no ideas. FUBU was an idea. No Limit was an idea. Snoop Cereal is an idea. And so only way we're going to be successful, stop sitting around saying I don't have the money or I'm trying to live my life for this person or what they have or they don't have. It's like, where are your ideas? What are you bringing to the table? What are you willing to sacrifice? I tell people all the time, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Percy Miller built No Limit Records into one of the most successful independent labels in history. He diversified into rap snacks, real estate, television production, gas stations,
Yeah, I'm gonna show you your own rap.
phone networks, and more. His net worth sits around $200 million, and he has been preaching financial literacy to rappers for decades.
I started as a 19-year-old kid on my own record store, so people don't realize No Limit Records was a retail record store in Richmond, California. And so I got to know the business, the ins and outs, the marketing, being able to touch the customer, knowing what a customer wants. So I've always used the music business, not just being an artist. So being able to know the value of a customer, know what a customer is looking for, the customer want more for their money. I was a person on the marketing side knowing that a lot of these albums was dark. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna lighten this up. I'm gonna put the loud colors on the packaging. So when a customer walk in the store, plus I'm gonna give them more for their money. Back then in my time, most artists was giving like 8 or 10 songs. I was making 20, 21 songs on a record and giving it to them for the same cost that they've been paying for music.
Master P has been vocal about watching rappers go broke because they spend everything on chains and cars instead of investing. He's talked about how he drives a regular car to business meetings because he doesn't need to impress anyone. He's been open about living below his means while building generational wealth for his family. While his No Limit era was defined by diamond tanks and flashy album covers, the man behind the curtain was always calculating. Every dollar had a destination. Every purchase was an investment. He built a multi-generational family business while other rappers from the same era went bankrupt. He once said that the problem with rappers is they make $1 million and spend $2 million. And he made it his mission
A foot dying, y'all. That's why I'm standing up, my nigga.
to be the exception. 30 years later, he's still here, still wealthy, still preaching the same message.
I don't want headache money. Man, I want some money that I could be like, man, I'm happy to work with this person. I can't wait to see you. Let's go get this done. Headache money is the worst kind of money because you need aspirin. I don't want no headache money, man. I'm cool on that. I tell you all the time, all money ain't good money. I done turned down so many deals. That was the one thing my grandfather taught me before he passed. He said, son, never do a deal when you're desperate. And I don't. And never do business with shaky people because if it start off shaky, you're going to end shaky.
So what does this tell us? In a genre that glorifies excess, that measures success by how much you can spend, that turns luxury into a competition, these artists chose a different path. And ironically, they're some of the most respected, most enduring names in the game. J. Cole rides a bicycle and has been relevant for 15 years. Kendrick lived in a $523,000 house while winning Pulitzer Prizes. Eminem
That is crazy that nigga Kendrick won a Pulitzer Prize. He's the only rapper to win that.
has been a top 10 richest rapper for 2 decades without selling a single bottle of liquor. Vince Staples treats fame like it's contagious. Chance gave his music away and won Grammys. Tyler owns everything he touches. Master P turned No Limit into a generational empire. Meanwhile, how many rappers have we seen go from penthouse to broke in 5 years? How many artists blew 50 million on chains and cars and had nothing left when the music stopped? The list is long and it's painful. These artists prove that the loudest person in the room is rarely the wealthiest. Real money is quiet. Real wealth doesn't need to be valued.
The Baby and 6ix9ine both still rich, gang. They still rich, my nigga. Just because a nigga buy chains don't mean he broke. Y'all just think a nigga broke because he about chains. The Baby, you showing the Baby and 6ix9ine, he still rich, gang. 6ix9ine, y'all seen 6ix9ine house, my nigga. 6ix9ine still up as fuck.